Hi guys, welcome to the episode called Cybersecurity. And I know most of you would say, what the hell? Like, why is this guy talking about cybersecurity? Well, over the news, people is talking about cybersecurity and why for we need higher security in this so-called pandemic. Hold on. Let's just say cybersecurity is a huge fragment of cybersecurity issues, and I think a lot of us need to learn about cybersecurity. And why is cybersecurity, in my own opinion, is very different. My opinion on cybersecurity, I can tell you honestly, on my own experience and own self going outside to some major company like supermarkets or the management office, that kind of stuff. They use Avast, ABG, and all sort of crazy security like ESET. All this is yeah, they have some good functions and some bad things, but cybersecurity is more than ransomware attack, malware attack, Trojan, and all sort of crazy hacking going on, and botnet and rootkit. You name it, I probably would hear a lot of it. And back in 2012 was a huge risk like WannaCry, and if you haven't heard, CC Cleaner was hacked by a malware as well. And I honestly didn't expect to tell you this, but Avast also was hacked by a malware and hacking situation. And I think cybersecurity is more or less common nowadays because of the pandemic. Everybody is at home. Studio also need to be guarded with the top tier security, and I honestly experienced it on my own. Like, I trust a security software if the security can actually prevent situation. And true enough, over the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, I purposely set my security to default and use Bitdefender as a main front security software. And I personally just type any software website, like for example, streaming a movie website, and accidentally click on link, and then later on, all sort of crazy pop up. And guess what? Bitdefender managed to block all. Surprising, like a lot of cybersecurity software issue. Then, for example, if you go with Avast, ABG, ESET, as soon as you use their security, there's no guarantee whether it's a good security or they can help you prevent issues. But I myself hate to tell you this, but I prefer Bitdefender in a way to keep me safe as a streamer. And I use Bitdefender in regular place. For example, cousin, relative, friends would always use Bitdefender on their security software. And why I don't trust Window Defender? Window Defender was outdated. And believe me or not, the previous outdated was 2009. Back then was 11 to 12 years of security risk. And nobody have noticed because nobody care about talking about this shit. And I'm the only person that really pissed off when cybersecurity failed. And top of that, cybersecurity is not something small, it's something of a major security flaw. And I personally don't think that cybersecurity is a toy. To them, it's like a toy. But for me, I would prefer a better security, and I would rather prefer something that can actually like show result. And over the weekends, I did make a lot of huge mistake by typing a lot of website, phishing website, scamming website, all sort of crazy website tests on, and Bitdefender managed to block them within 2 seconds. Not even the website load, the thing just pop up. Bing! Bitdefender blocked it. Website protection block. Advanced security block. Advanced threat defense actually. And top of that, they managed to stop infected file. Surprising ransomware file was so easy to find. I personally download quite a few, and Bitdefender managed to like encrypt my computer to the highest standard. And true or false, the security did have some flaw, but I cannot say it's Bitdefender fault. It's not our user fault. Is I use it on a virtual machine, and Bitdefender actually help sort of, and it's sort of not. But sort of help is because Bitdefender like took our file in to their security bot, and then we as user accidentally download some crappy ass, for example Assassin's Creed Valhalla and some crazy game title we don't know about, and all of a sudden virus, infected file, log file, ransomware. They pay ransom by Bitcoin. What else? Boy, a lot of those. And how many people risk their own file to download to get back their file? Let's just say we pay couple $1,000,000 and couple billion through Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is never traceable. I honestly hate cybersecurity talks, and recently on the news they said they're working with so-called US website security, and it made me cringe. Like literally, have they even experienced their own, like download on their own computer before they even think about cybersecurity? Have they even infected their own computer? I myself accidentally do it on my own over the weekend, and surprise, I never get problem. No hacking, no issue. Even streaming, I don't feel any problem. I feel confident with Bitdefender, and Bitdefender has been to Frontier in Romania, like a long decade with them. Is like, boy, years. And Bitdefender has been there for many years, and they have been expert in cybersecurity, cyber defense, and all sort of crazy server defense also have, and smart home cybersecurity also covered by them. Even Bitdefender box was one of their famous little gadget, and we actually bought it, and believe me, other streamers use it, and they say in the US is quite a better enhanced feature for their own router protection. And I think Bitdefender box is really something for IoT, Internet of Things, and not of everybody would use cybersecurity as a term, but I do think Bitdefender have a better choice in protecting the banks and the government support team. Like for example, the army definitely gonna use one of them. I definitely think Bitdefender would be a good addition for protecting anybody in the cyber awareness. And honestly, I am a cyber freak. Cybersecurity freak is one of my expertise, and I accidentally do it for my own purpose, and I do get certificate for that. cybersecurity set, but not that is so in depth, but it's through Microsoft. Microsoft sponsored my course, so I just went for it. And actually, I find it very interesting that cybersecurity can be more than what it seems like. Ransomware, Trojan, all these are basic. But what about rootkit and botnet, DDoS attack? A lot of them came true. And honestly, Bitdefender accidentally did all this entire protection bottle like a bubble dome. On my own channel, my entire link was created by Bitdefender, and Bitdefender actually protect my YouTube channel. No matter it's a Squarespace or small space or website that I go to, Bitdefender is still there. And compared to McAfee, I don't understand why people still use McAfee. McAfee is a good security. I won't say good, but good as in good-ish, like teensy minimum bits. But I do hope that cybersecurity can rest out like a small platform where I think Bitdefender should take a higher chance rather than Norton or ABG, ESET, and cause major malfunction. I myself prefer Bitdefender, and I do think other people would say the same thing. Like Bitdefender is the best security software, and those YouTubers that talk about cybersecurity and why we should not buy security, they can keep out of my channel. I don't give a fuck about them. And I think they are freaking wrong saying that, oh, Windows Defender is already a built-in security. But you have a very big news. 2009 patch update. Wow, jeez. That was 11 years ago, and I personally think Windows Defender is really a big flaw. I never used Windows Defender, even though they said they improved the security, they improved the UI, they improved those crazy installation on their own. But I still think Windows Defender is just a small pick of salt and pepper. They don't even know how to defend the user with their own ransomware protection module. I myself tested it. I seen people test it. I still think Windows Defender is no match. I'm so sorry, but Windows Defender is a piece of trash. I don't even trust Windows Defender on my client PC. I would definitely tell them, bro, I would rather prefer you to use Windows Defender rather than you use Bitdefender. Bitdefender is definitely one solution. Kaspersky is also another top tier brand in Russia, but due to some sort of cyber awareness issue, I don't want to talk about it, but Russia is really strengthening their security defense. And I would prefer use Romania. Romania is one of those four frontier, middle of nowhere, but they still manage to sit in the middle where cybersecurity happens to be roadmap for them. That's where they expanded Bitdefender years ago. And I am thankful that Bitdefender haven't have any issues. I really use Bitdefender in most years, and prior I wouldn't say Bitdefender was not so called too good, but they improved over the years, and over the years, Bitdefender had more awards. Like from the earliest was 2013, I think, when I was first meet with Bitdefender. I was like, okay, the dragon is very interesting. Then the next day, I just go and search up what is Bitdefender about. It's a dragon wolf and it's a guard dog to the PC. I was like, okay, so a lot of people would say cybersecurity is not a major flaw, but I would say Bitdefender say otherwise. I would use Bitdefender to defend my own personal issue. And I notice a lot of this can come to consumer side and government side. Depends on how they implement. Cybersecurity is a big roadmap. Rather than what you hear on the news, try it on your own and go for the Microsoft course. And Microsoft course will tell you cybersecurity is never something to mess with. Cybersecurity has been a fourth frontier, and let's just say compared to ABG, ESET, Airbus, Kaspersky, and Norton. I don't want to talk about Norton. It make me vomit. And all sort of other security software, I would still say Bitdefender plays at number one. And the top tier with awards over the years is just insane. And I would never replace Bitdefender in my entire history. That's all. And I personally think Bitdefender can be a very good addition if the government listen and like go to the course and classes and let them know how cybersecurity is a big issue really, and must well as a consumer and experienced consumer, I use Bitdefender everywhere. Everywhere I go, on my phone, on my Android, I use Bitdefender. Bitdefender free, Bitdefender total security, anything that related to Bitdefender is installed. And don't ask, like, why the hell do I need entire security software in one place? A is simple and set to forget, and B, you can anyhow download app, and I didn't know specifically what app happens to be a virus and I can avoid it. So Bitdefender actually blocked it for me, and I'm very happy that Bitdefender do. Is that I think the government really need to think about this, and some serious company like the bank that I used to work with, they really need to implement some very high tech security to like prevent hacking and unwanted intruder to go into the user account and wipe out their account. That will be a whoopsie, and it's not a big whoopsie, it's a very very big whoopsie for me. And there's no way I can reverse it. I can set a tracking, but there's no way I can tell who is behind it and what their motivation. And some of these are actually from, let's just say, Zimbabwe and India and some other places like Chinese. I don't know how they even use the security software. I mean, like literally, I don't have no feeling. I don't have any bad word about China or any Chinese racial. I'm trying to be mature here, saying that everywhere is a cyber risk, and I really think that Bitdefender really should be the first line of defense in cybersecurity, so we can set and forget and relax and cut costs. Cut cost was a major flaw, but I think Bitdefender can actually save millions, thousand, billion of dollars in Bitcoin. And criminal in cyber defense is, boy, out of nowhere a lot of places. And I do really hate those people. Really make me cringe. For my own personal thought, Bitdefender was never in my mind for once. But after I went for the entire course of Microsoft and personal went out to the open world where people actually use their security, and on the glimpse the screen say Airbus, and I hear Airbus is really interesting and they are very scummy, like really very small little fragile things that Bitdefender compared to Airbus. You can see from your own. Bitdefender won the award of edition. Millions of award. Bitdefender is the one that actually that beats Norton and beat Windows Defender to a whole new level. And I don't know why Microsoft can't even like acknowledge this. Like, I talked to Microsoft professional super, like their senior advisory, and they tell me Windows Defender is enough for you, but have you not noticed Windows Defender actually fail, like seriously fail, like how Cyberpunk failed the entire game series. But now take it to a whole new level called Windows Defender, the worst thing that I ever hear. It's a rubbish security, and I personally would disable it and use Bitdefender for the entire life. As long as I live, Bitdefender is definitely one of my main frontier in security. And let's just say I also do some cyber repair, and not too fancy enough. Have you not noticed a lot of people, oh, those elderly people, not that I want to mention name, but some of them actually download toolbars, download those crazy adware, and I think it's a lot of waste of time for me to like repair this, rather than I just put a security and let them do whatever it is to self-defense my security software. And the client PC is literally, end of the day, is repair through reimaging, like how I download like Windows 10, and Windows 10 is actually something that I want, rather than I want something else. Windows 10 can be a good PC, but here's another issue: bloatware. I myself hate bloatware, and I have to manually uninstall a lot of bloatware. That's the main issue about bloatware, that slow down your series. And you can ask other people like reviews, and they will tell you Windows Defender is nowhere near, and they fail to protect from adware, they fail to protect from ransomware, and they manage to fail to protect the admin password for the server. What a shame. I really do hope that Windows Defender really catch up, but in this time I would prefer, as usual, Bitdefender in the top tier. And the government really should think about withdrawing what they say in the news rather than think twice, rather than going to the entire series called How to Reach the Entire Freaking Company Software. And I personally advise other people strongly agree that Windows Defender should never be the security basic. I definitely know what I'm talking about. I tested on my own and I bite my own nail if the security is not strong enough. I want a fragile security and I want something that actually implement. I want something that actually think that cybersecurity should be a set and forget issue. While most of us in the daily basic, we are really like very busy. We go to work every day and we forgot about it. Is no matter the cost, it's just that Bitdefender actually provide a small private company software to a super mega big gravity zone software. Like, I don't know how Bitdefender actually managed to create something so small from a small little antivirus, become a big medium antivirus, and become a super gigantic big security software. And if you don't trust me, go ahead and find it on your own. Actually, Bitdefender have made a article of this. They have a huge website dedicated to Business Insider. And I can tell you, a lot of us really impressed that Bitdefender actually did something that we want. And I would definitely strongly agree that Bitdefender is to set and forget, and nobody no need to care about the cybersecurity issue. I myself use it on my client PC. I use it, and most of them agree with me. Cybersecurity is a mega flaw, and true enough, I even convince my client to strongly support Bitdefender Total Security. I ask them to buy them, so in a way, it cut cost my awareness to be on the PC rather than remotely going in, disinfect the PC, doing this, doing that. Nope, it just cut my cost. It just gave me a peace of mind, and I think that everybody should really think about cybersecurity in a mega little as a pinch of salt, but downloading a adware, ransomware, trojan, anything that goes way beyond, man, who knows what people can really think of. And I honestly have been disinfecting those higher end infected PC I ever seen, and most of them the PC just crash randomly, the PC slow down, the PC extremely sluggish, and I come to the rescue. Everything like I had to do it on my own, and I set a roadmap. I download Bitdefender remotely on the system, remove the existing security software they have, and I advise them. I talk to them about their previous security like ABG, Adbus, no go. I don't use ABG, I don't use Adbus, I don't use Malwarebyte. All of them are totally useless. And do aware that Malwarebyte actually make a cybersecurity and an antivirus now. But it's not a foolproof, like literally. And it still affected millions of people PC. I go through day by day remotely on their PC. And to make sure that nothing ever happened, I put Bitdefender on their system and no more issue came, and like literally don't want to hear a complaint about it. and none of them really complain about cybersecurity. And myself think Bitdefender deserve a major flaw, like major award for like protecting users, and I think it's a good cause, good price, and cybersecurity wise is more or less you can see on your own. If you don't trust me, then you can go ahead and type in www.bitdefender.com and you can see a lot of those little features that you would ask for company or government or military base. Whatever they need is there. Like, I don't know why in the whole world they think Norton and Airbus, McAfee. Oh boy, what the hell. All these security software I wouldn't even trust. I only trust Bitdefender. I honestly give Bitdefender a very good score. A 10 out of 10 if I can, but I would say around 9 out of 10. 9.5 actually. Because the 5 point is actually, they have to really tighten on their little risky ransomware thing, but I think Bitdefender is catching up. 24 hours later, every little virus that I place on the system, they blocked and remove and disinfect the file. And I think I owe it to Bitdefender is really like they saved my butt for a streamer and a YouTuber. If I don't have a good security, I wouldn't be online right now and I wouldn't be talking to you because Bitdefender actually protect me and protect you as a user and give you a peace of mind. You can watch movie, you can do banking account and finance file documents, whatever that you need in a daily basic day by day, like doing photo editing and turning the camera lens left and right. That's the major thing that we actually do, like a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit here, here. But Bitdefender is still stick in the middle and they actually protect you. And I think Bitdefender actually did more than one time protect me. And I honestly can tell you, I'm not here to say Bitdefender is the best, but on my own opinion, 30 samples is already what I say very good. Bitdefender actually blocked them all. Like, no matter what I put on the system, they definitely the next day I see pop up alert saying Bitdefender blocked this Bitdefender disinfect file, Bitdefender actually protected and don't want to let no ransomware encrypted the file. That kind of scenario is what I want for cybersecurity. Rather than trusting all those pesky websites telling me, oh, this security software actually works and this security software actually does that. I don't believe until I see and experience it on my own. And I give Bitdefender a very high rating because Bitdefender actually do more than one cybersecurity software, but they are Romania family branded company. And I trust Bitdefender as a Romanian brand. And I know people would say, wow, Bitdefender is from Romania. Oopsie. And I say Bitdefender actually works on the system. No matter it's a government system, no matter it's a server, no matter it's a game file, no matter it's a YouTube studio link, no matter it's whatever it is, Bitdefender is there for you and keep your data safe protect your entry and your registry. And one of those virus sample was a scripted from a website that actually sent a auto script to infected my computer. And Bitdefender actually blocked it the next day. Very simple. As restart my PC, Bitdefender start doing it work, and it magically doing it without my notice. I just go and turn on my PC, go brew my coffee, and I come back and Bitdefender alert report card come in saying that this PC was infected but it was blocked. Like block the exact virus, and they will tell you log by log what kind of file was there, what kind of crazy things that I actually accidentally download. And I just pretend to I don't know about it, but actually I do it on my own research. I think Bitdefender really score high score enough that I can say is top rated, and a lot of people actually trust Bitdefender. Millions and millions. 500 million is a very good number to start. I should say that, but you can see on your own. Bitdefender actually existed. You can just check. If you don't believe, check bitdefender.com. Bitdefender.com is actually the website where you can download and you can see it on your own. If you don't trust, just go ahead. And I will end this video here. I'm going to stream a game, and I'm gonna say Bitdefender actually helped me protect here and there. And I do hope Bitdefender actually protect me from hackers. Ugh. Those pesky people are just pesky. You know, I don't like pesky. And I don't like bug. To be honest, nobody like bug. Nobody want to be locked out of the system. Nobody want to be infected. So good luck to you, and I feel safe with Bitdefender with 2 thumbs up. If you don't trust, check it on your own. Bye bye. That's all I can say, and have a nice day.